This is a Blueair Blueair 311i Plus Max. My name's David and this is my review. My reason for getting this air purifier is I have really bad allergies in here where there's like a ton of pollen going everywhere. Like literally my car will get really thick with tons and tons of pollen, as well as like everything around me. All that really drives my sinuses insane, and then I have like all kinds of problems. So I got this guy to kind of help me with that. This guy does a really good job of purifying my air inside my office space. One thing to note about this air purification system is it does actually ionize the air. So that said, it has been tested by third parties and it doesn't really produce any extra ozone, so there's really nothing to worry about there. But just keep in mind, if you want something without ionization, this one does ionize the air. One reason why I gravitated towards the Blueair purifiers was they had really high marks in terms of both consumer reports, where most of the time Blueair products ranked at the top, and with the CBC study that I saw, which was the Canadian Broadcasting study that they had a university kind of look at different air purifiers. The Blueair in their study actually outperformed the next best air purifier by double the amount of purification, if you will. The manufacturer suggests that you are going to need to change the filter every 6 to 9 months. It does tell you when the filter does need to be changed. Some people report that they need to change the filter every 3 months if there's like a smoker or really bad air quality in their area. So it is air quality dependent. For me personally, however, I have a feeling this is going to last me 12 months based on what the app is currently reporting my filter life is currently at, based on the amount of time that I've had it. All right, so real quick, I'm going to show you how to do some maintenance on this air purifier. So one thing you're going to want to do before you do anything to this fan is you're going to want to make sure it's turned off, and you just do that by clicking that button there. That's the power button one time. And then from there we can just unplug it. That way it's powered down and we don't risk electrocution. First maintenance item I'm going to show you is cleaning the sensor back here. What we can do is I have just a standard US quarter. And then what I'm going to want to do is take this quarter and then just twist this cap until it comes off. And then all we need to do is take a Q-tip inside this hole here and then like just kind of swab it out and get any kind of dust. So that's cleaning the sensor if you have issues with the sensor. So once we're done cleaning our sensor, all we need to do is take our cap, reinstall it on here, we spin it around a little bit, and once we kind of get it in position, we just give it another quarter turn and it's good to go. If the air filter does need to be changed, you will see a solid red amber light up here. And then what we're going to want to do is remove this top, and the way we're going to do that is try to grab this filter the best we can. Keep in mind your filter is in here, so when you're handling this, be careful even when you're moving it around, because this is like relatively soft. It's kind of like a paper-ish material for the filter. So we're going to unscrew the top, lift it up, and then we're going to remove our top unit. And then from there, we're going to remove our pre-filter, and that's this little fabric cloth. And we're going to take off our top here, and that just pops right off. And then we can just pull up on our filter here, and then that's our outer cage. And then when we need a new filter, we just take our filter, drop it on. You will see there are these little pieces here. We have to make sure that those are in line when we install our ring. Play with it a little bit, but it's pretty easy to get on. Then what we do is we take our top. This pre-filter can be cleaned by either using a vacuum cleaner over it, or you can also throw it in the washing machine. So then you're just going to make sure that this is fed into this little slot area here, and once it's nice and tight, we can put our lid back on. And this lid just sits on, and then we just give it a quarter turn, and it's ready to go. And once we're done, we can just plug our filter back in, turn on power, and we're ready to go for the next use. So you are able to download the app for free on the App Store or in the Android store, if you will. But you can do things like control the fan speed from the app. You can change like the fan setting, which I'm going to put it back in auto. You can set your child lock. You're also able to do all these functionalities on the top of the device as well. You can change the brightness of the LED, like if you're close to it and you're sleeping by it and you're tired of seeing that blue light shining in your face while you're trying to sleep, which is never a good thing. You can turn that down all the way down here. And it also gives you your filter life there. So in the schedule area, you're actually able to set a timer so it can go into night mode at a certain time. Or if you're gone during the weekends, you can just turn the filter completely off. And you're also able to see on a timeline kind of how your air purifier has been working. So this air purifier has 5 different speeds. We have our automatic speed, which is going to automatically adjust the speed of the fan based on the air quality around you. We have our night mode, and this is going to dim down our LEDs and also put the fan in the most quietest mode that it has. And it's also going to be like kind of a slower pace speed as well, so just keep that in mind. We have 1, which is still very quiet in my opinion. We have 2, which is a good bit faster and in my opinion a good bit louder. And then 3, which is the most loud and the fastest speed. Even 3 isn't too bad. I'm still able to have a conversation speaking right next to the fan and on top of it. However, I think the automatic mode is usually like really slow. It's like usually at least a 1. When this fan is on 1, it is extremely quiet and I can honestly can't even tell a lot of times it's in the room and it's on. Another thing that I really like about this Blueair filtration system is it's been on this entire time and I doubt you've been able to even hear it. This thing is extremely quiet and it's great to have in your house. And I think it's much quieter than a lot of other models that I've tested from other manufacturers. The 311 Plus Max is able to filter out the air in a 1,000-foot room within a 30-minute time period. This guy is really powerful and is able to pump and move a lot of air in a short period of time and able to really filter out the environment around you. Unlike some of the other purifiers I've tested and been around, you can really tell when this purifier is actually on. The average person breathes 10,000 liters of air a day. And if you want those 10,000 liters to be clean, this Blueair Bluepure 311i Plus Max is a great option for that.